Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you my recipe for a Dominican style avocado salad called Ensalada De Aguacate. This is a fantastic recipe to use up extra large Caribbean or Florida avocados. It's light, healthy, and bursting with flavor. I love to serve it with some rice and beans or over some blackened salmon. If you're new here, my name is Jara. I teach people how to garden and grow their own food. So this YouTube channel is dedicated to my gardening endeavors, but every now and then I like to share some of my recipes or food preservation methods to give ideas on how to use up things harvested from the garden. Florida avocados are a little different than the very popular Hass avocado used to make guacamole. They are much larger in size and have a lower fat content when compared to the typical Hass avocado. We refer to them as aguacate. Agua means water in Spanish, so basically we're calling it a water avocado. It has a more mild flavor and the texture is more stiff, not as creamy. It's not bad, it's just not the same as the typical Hass avocado. Hass types of avocados don't grow very well in humid areas like Florida, but these Florida or Caribbean avocado cultivars grow great. That is why you will often find these extra large Florida avocados in Latin and Caribbean grocery stores. To get started with this recipe, you just need a few simple ingredients. We need one large ripe Florida avocado. You could make this with Hass avocados too, but I really like how well the Florida avocados hold up in this salad. You also need half of a red onion thinly sliced, the juice of a couple limes, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and this is optional, but you can add some minced cilantro, and you're gonna need some salt and pepper to taste. You can find this recipe with the ingredient amounts and directions on my website, or follow the link in the description to download a free printable recipe card. Let's start this recipe by slicing up the red onion. This is a red onion grown from my garden, of course. I harvested so many onions this season. It was actually one of my best. If you wanna see how I harvested all of those onions and that whole process, I do have a YouTube video all about it, which I will link below. All right, we're gonna slice this onion horizontally to get nice long strips. We only need half of it, but if you really like onions, then you can just add the whole thing. After we have our onions sliced up, we're gonna soak them for a little bit in some cold water. And that's just to remove that like bitterness and really strong flavor that raw onions have. So just put them in a bowl and submerge them with some cold water. Then we're gonna let this set for like 10 minutes before we drain the water out. All right, while we wait on the onions to finish soaking, let's dice up our avocados. So you're just gonna cut through this horizontally. You need to remove the seed. Seed easily pops out. You could get this to sprout if you wanted to, but just know it literally will take like 15 years or something like that for it to finally start producing. All right, let's dice up this avocado. I like to slice it in the skin, then turn it the other way and slice the other direction. You kind of want them to be a little chunky. Then use a spoon to scoop it out. Once you have everything diced up, I like to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of some pepper. Next, we're gonna add the juice of 2 limes. Mix all of this up really well. It's really important that you add the lime juice immediately after dicing up your avocado because it will prevent it from turning brown. Now we're gonna mince up some cilantro. This is optional, but I absolutely love cilantro, so I'm gonna add it in. I like to take off the majority of the leaves from the stem pieces and discard this. Then chop it up really well. All right, let's add our minced cilantro and then our sliced up onions that I drained out of the water. Mix everything together. Lastly, we have to add some of the olive oil as well. And then mix everything together. We're just gonna do one final taste test just to see if it needs any more salt and pepper. That is perfect. It doesn't need any more salt or pepper. Today I was busy cooking rice and beans from scratch, so it's the perfect time to add some of this Ensalada De Aguacate on top of my rice and beans. So let's taste it all together. A little bit of that Ensalada De Aguacate and some rice and beans. So good. And there you have it, a delicious and refreshing Dominican style Ensalada de Aguacate. This is just the basic recipe for avocado salad. You could add diced tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers to change it up. If you like this tutorial, please give me a big thumbs up. That helps out my channel more than you know. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my recipes and gardening tutorials. I recommend that you watch this video next, which are my top 5 tips to growing avocado trees in your own home backyard garden. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.